Final 2025 WTA rankings, featuring Amanda Anisimova closing in on Coco Gauff, Aryna Sabalenka leading the pack and more. The 2025 WTA season came to an end after Elena Rybakina won the WTA finals in Riyadh after beating Aryna Sabalenka in the final. Despite the defeat, the Belarusian finished the year as the world number 1, sitting well clear of Iga Swiatek, Coco Gauff, and Amanda Anisimova, among others. Aryna Sabalenka leads the pack on the WTA rankings. Amanda Anisimova closes in on Coco Gauff. Sabalenka had a season to be envied, as the Belar over 60 wins and reached 9 finals. However, she did have a losing record in the summit clashes, as she lost 5 of the 9 finals this year, including the Australian Open and at the French Open. She finished the season as the top-ranked player with 10,870 points. Iga Swiatek finished second to Sabalenka for a second consecutive season, as the Pole had a fluctuating season. She did reach 4 finals in the season, winning 3 titles including 2 marquee ones at Wimbledon and at the Cincinnati Open. Despite those wins, Swiatek finished almost 2,000 points adrift of Sabalenka on the WTA rankings. The rise of American tennis in the women's game continued in 2025 as well, as the likes of Madison Keys and Coco Gauff won the first 2 majors of the year. However, it was Amanda Anisimova who proved to be the best of the pack as she reached consecutive major finals and ended the season with 2 WTA 1000 titles in Qatar and Wuhan. The American is less than 500 points away from her compatriot Coco Gauff, who is ranked number 3 on the WTA rankings. Naomi Osaka's resurgence, Victoria Mboko's rise, and Lois Boyson's dream run in Paris among the other news in the WTA rankings. The 2025 season saw a resurgence of former world number 1 Naomi Osaka. The 4-time major champion did not win a title but reached 2 finals in Auckland and Montreal, and had a great run at the US Open, where she reached the semi-finals. She finished the season with 2,487 points on the WTA rankings, being ranked as number 16. Another major story for the season was the rise of Victoria Mboko. The Canadian player was in tearaway form on the ITF circuit at the beginning of the season, winning 5 titles. She entered the main tour on the back of that form and won the WTA 1000 title in Montreal. She finished the season strong as well, winning the title in Hong Kong. The Canadian, who was not in the top 150 last season, finishes this season on number 18 on the WTA rankings. Another player who made massive strides on the rankings was Lois Boisson, who went on a dream semi-final run at the French Open. She proved she was there to stay at the top level as she won the title in Hamburg. Her heroics saw her break into the top 40, finishing the season on number 36 with 1,351 points in the WTA rankings. Among players who saw a steep decline in their form were Zheng Qinwen and Paula Badosa. The duo finished the 2024 season, ranked 5 and 12 respectively, but have finished this season, being ranked 24 and 25 respectively. Form continued to desert the former top 10 player, Maria Sakkari, this season as well, as she finished outside of the top 50. The late December sun dipped low over Monte Carlo, brushing orange light across the Mediterranean as the tennis world held its collective breath. Another year, one of wild plot twists, comebacks, heartbreaks and seismic breakthroughs, had reached its quiet finale. The official 2025 WTA year-end rankings were finally out, and with them arrived a swirl of excitement and speculation, the type that only women's tennis seemed capable of producing. At the very top stood a familiar titan, Aryna Sabalenka, the Belarusian powerhouse who stamped her authority on the season with a mixture of thunder and finesse that no one had quite seen from her before. She had been world number 1 before, but 2025 felt different. More mature, more complete, more historic. Her 2-slam season, a string of finals, and a consistency that made even her rivals nod in admiration placed her back on the throne with a comfortable margin. But the real storyline of the year, whispered through locker rooms and press conferences, belonged to the fast-rising forces just behind her. Most notably, Amanda Anisimova, whose remarkable late-career resurgence stunned fans and analysts alike. Anisimova's rise, a story of resilience and recreation. If someone had told fans in early 2023 that Anisimova would be back in the top 3 within a few seasons, they might have doubted it. But 2025 unfolded like a renaissance. Having rediscovered her joy for the sport after past struggles, she stormed into the year with calm confidence, harnessing her signature clean ball striking while adding layers of tactical maturity. Titles in Cologne, Madrid, and Cincinnati gave her not only points but a renewed sense of belonging among the elite. By October, she was closing in on a once unthinkable milestone, overtaking Coco Gauff, her fellow rising star and sometimes rival. Her late-season run at the WTA Finals, where she defeated both Gauff and Swiatek in electrifying fashion, shook the rankings to their core. When the dust finally settled in December, she had climbed to world number 2, just within striking distance of Sabalenka herself. For Anisimova, this wasn't just a ranking. It was closure, validation, and the start of a new era. Coco Gauff, a champion at a crossroads. For Coco Gauff, 2025 was a season of both triumph and introspection. The defending U.S. Open champion entered the year with sky-high expectations, but the season proved to be a test of her adaptability. She remained steady, winning titles in Doha and Toronto and reaching semi-finals across majors, but the margins at the top had never been thinner. Small injuries and a streak of self-doubt during the spring swing opened the door for others to close in on her ranking. Still, Gauff ended the year at world number 3, a testament to her competitiveness and consistency. More importantly, she carried something more valuable than points, a clear sense of purpose. In interviews, she often smiled knowingly, saying, "2026 will be different." And most believed her. Swiatek's season of reinvention. While much of the buzz surrounded Sabalenka and Anisimova and Gauff, Iga Swiatek remained a foundational pillar of the sport. The Polish superstar finished the year ranked number 4, lower than her peak, yet still well within the circle of contenders. 2025 was a season of evolution for Swiatek. She experimented tactically, adjusting her court position, serve patterns, and even her equipment setup to extend her physical longevity. Though she fell short of major titles this year, she played one of the most electrifying matches of the season. A 3-hour semi-final war against Sabalenka at Roland Garros that left the crowd roaring on its feet. Swiatek's fans weren't discouraged by her ranking. Instead, they sensed a storm quietly gathering for next year. Rybakina, Zheng, and the new power block. Behind the top 4, the rankings illuminated the growth of a new power block in the women's game. Aryna Rybakina, calm and deadly as ever, finished at world number 5 after another season of booming serves and pristine timing. Despite battling mid-season illness, her precision and clutch play kept her firmly in the top tier. Meanwhile, Zheng Qinwen completed her best year yet, finishing at world number 6. Her tour-leading forehand speed and improved footwork made her one of the most feared players on hard courts. Add in Maria Sakkari's resurgence to number 7, Jessica Pegula's reliable posting at number 8, and the arrival of Mira Andreeva.